and the chief head of this post-haste, and rummage in the land.
I think it be no other, but e'en so.
A mote it is to trouble the mind's eye. Soft! Behold, lo, where it comes again! I'll cross it though it pass me. Stay, illusion! If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done that may to thee do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country's fate, which happily foreknown may avoid, oh, speak! Stay, speak of it! Stop it, master! Shall I fire it, my lord? Do if it will not stand!
'Tis here!
'Tis here!
"'Tis gone. We do it wrong being so majestical to offer it the show of violence, for it is as the air invulnerable, and our vein blows malicious mockery.
'Twas about to speak with the cock crew.
And then it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. But look, the morn in russet mantle clad walks o'er the dew of yon high eastward hill. Break we our watch up, and by my advice, let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet, for upon my life, this spirit dumb to us will speak to him. Do you consent we shall acquaint him with it, as needful of our loves, fitting our duty?
Let's do it, I pray, and I this morning know where we shall find him most conveniently."
What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wrung from me my slow reed by letters and petition, and at last upon his will I seal my hard consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes, time be thine, and at thy disgrace spend it at thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet, and my son.
A little more than kin and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord, I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted colour off, and let thine eye like a friend on Denmark. Do not feather with thy veiled lids, seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam, it is common.
If it be, why seem so particular with thee?
Seems, madam. Nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor customary suits of solemn black, no, nor windy suspiration of forced breath, no, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor the dejected behaviour of the visage, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief which can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play. But I have that within which passeth show, these but the trappings and the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and common in your nature, Hamlet, to bear these morning duties for your father. But you must know your father lost the father. That father lost his. And is either bound in filial obligation for some time to do obsequious sorrow. But to persever in obstinate condolence is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. Shows a will most incorrect to heaven, a heart unfortified, a mind impatient, an understanding simple and unschooled. For what we know must be, and is as common as any the most vulgar thing to sense. Why should we, in our peevish opposition, take it to heart? Fie, 'tis a fault to heaven, a fault against the dead, a fault to nature, to reason most absurd, whose common theme is death of fathers, and who still have pride from the first course till he that died today. This must be so. We pray you throw to earth some prevailing blow, and think of us as of a father. For let the world take note, you are the most immediate to our throne. And with no less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears his son, do I impart towards you. For your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, 'tis most retrograde to our desire. And we beseech you, bend you to remain here in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier cousin and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee stay with us, go not to Wittenberg.
I shall in all my best obey you, madam.
Why, 'tis a loving and fairy pie. Be as ourself in Denmark. Madam, come. This gentle and unforced supported Hamlet sits smiling to my heart in grace whereof no different help that Denmark brings today, but the great cannon to the clouds shall tell, and the king's rouse, their heavens shall brew it again, bespeaking earthly thunder. Come, away!
This too sullied flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting hath not fixed his can against self-slaughter. Oh God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie, what a fie, 'tis an unweeded garden. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely. That it should come to this. A 2 months' death, nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king that was to this, Hyperion to a satyr, so loving to my mother that he might not beteem the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth must I remember. Why, she would hang upon him as if increase of appetite had grown by what he fed on, and yet within a month. Let me not think on't.
month, or ere those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body, like Niobe, all tears. Why she, even she, oh God, a beast that wants discourse of reason would have mourned longer. Married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her galled eyes, she married. Oh, most wicked speed, to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good. But break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to your lordship!
I am glad to see thee well. Horatio, for I do forget myself.
The same, my lord, and your poor servant ever.
So, my good friend, I'll change that name with you. And what make you from Wittenberg, Horatio? Myself.
My good lord.
I am very glad to see you. Good evening, sir. But what in fate make you from Wittenberg, Horatio?
A truant disposition, good my
I
lord.
would not hear your enemies say so. But what is your affair in Elsinore? We'll teach you to drink tea fair you depart.
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I prithee do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio, the funeral baked meat is probably furnished forth the marriage table. Would I have met my dearest foe in heaven, or ever I have seen that day, Horatio? My father. Thinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. He was a goodly king.
It was a man. Take him for all in all. Shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesterday.
Saw who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father.
Seizing your admiration for a while with an attent ear, till I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together, had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch, in the dead waste in the middle of the night, being thus encountered, a figure like your father, armed at point, exactly, at a penny, appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately by them. This to me in dreadful secrecy they did impart, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch. Whereas they had delivered, both in time, form of the thing, each word made true and good. The apparition comes. My lord, I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but anticipated none. Yet once methought it lifted up its head and did address itself to motion, like as it would speak. But even then the morning cock crew loud, and at the sound it shrunk, in haste away and vanished from our sight.
'Tis very strange.
I do live, my honored lord, 'tis true. And we did think it writ down in our duty to let you know it.
Indeed. Indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight.
We do, my lord.
Armed you, sir.
Ah, my lord.
From top to toe.
My lord.
From head to foot.
Then saw you not his face.
Oh yes, he wore his beaver up.
What, looked he frowning?
A countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
Pale or red?
Nay, very pale.
And fixed his eyes upon you.
Most constantly.
Would I have been there?
It would have much amazed you.
Very like, very like. Stayed long.
While one with a moderate haste might tell 100.
Longer, longer.
Not when I saw it.
His beard was grizzled, no?
It was as I've seen it in his life, a sable silvered.
I will watch tonight the chance to walk again.
Warranted with it.
If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it, though hell itself should bid me gape and bid me hold my peace. I pray you all. If you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still, and whatsoever else shall hap tonight, give it an understanding, but no tongue. I will requite your love, so fare you well. Upon the platform twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit.
Our duty, your honour.
Your love, mine to you, farewell. My father's spirit in arms. All is not well. some foul play. Would the night were come! Till then, sit still, my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And sister, as the winds give benefit, and convoy is assistant, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, and the trifling of his favour, holds it a fashion, the toy in blood. A violet in the youth of primary nature, forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more.
No more but so?
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil nor courtal doth besmirch the virtue of his will, but you must fear his greatness weighed, his will is not his own. For he himself is subject to his birth. He cannot, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself, for upon his choice depends the sanity and the health of this whole state. Then weigh what loss your honour may sustain if you too credent here you list his songs. Lose your heart or your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia. Fear it, my dear sister. Well, be wary then. Best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else near.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart. But, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the boomer's path of Dalla stress, and recks not his own breed.
Oh, fear me not. I stay too long. See, my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon us secondly.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail and you stay for. There, my blessing with thee. And these few precepts in thy memory look thou carry them. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast in their adoption tried, grapple into thy soul with hoops of steel, but do not dull thy power with entertainment of each new-hatched, unfledged courage. Beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in, bear that the opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thine ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but preserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy. Rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, that must follow as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any. Farewell, thy blessing season this in thee.
Humbly do I take my leave, my lord.
The time invests you go, your servants tend.
Farewell, Ophelia. And remember well what I have said to you.
It is in my memory locked, and you yourself have been keeping it.
Farewell.
What is it, Ophelia, he has said to you?
So please you? Something touching Lord Hamlet.
Very well methought. 'Tis told me he hath very often late given private time to you, and you yourself have of your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so, so 'tis put on me, and that by way of caution, I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly as it behoves my daughter and your honour. What is between you? Give me out the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? Who? You speak like a green girl, unsifted in such perilous circumstances. Do you believe these tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Marry, I will teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you obtain these tenders for true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, or, not to crack the wind of a poor phrase, running it thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love and honourable fashion.
Aye, fashion you may call it. Go to.
And hath given countenance to a speech, my lord, with almost all the holy bells of heaven.
Aye, springers to catch woodcocks. I do know when the black birds have prodigal the soul into the tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, giving more light and heat, extincting both, even in their promises it is a making, you must not take from fire. From this time, be something scanter of your maiden presence than a demand to power. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth, have you so slander any moment's leisure as to give words or talk to the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
The air bites shrewdly. It is very cold.
There's a nipping and an eager air.
What hour now?
I think it lacks a 12.
No, it is struck.
Indeed, I heard it not. But then grows near the season wherein the spirit comes its wont to walk. What does this mean, my lord?
The king doth wait tonight and takes his rounds, keeps wassail on the swaggering upspring reels, and as he drains his draughts of reddish down, the kettle drum and the trumpet thus bray out the triumph of his faith.
Is it a custom?
Aye, there it is, but to my mind, though I am native here and to the manor born, is it a custom more honoured in the breach than the observance? This heavy-headed rebel east and west makes us traduced and taxed of other nations. They sleep as drunkards, and with swinish phrase soil our edition. And indeed, it takes from our achievements, though performed at height, the pith and marrow of our attributes.
Look! My lord, it comes!
Angels and ministers of grace, defend us. Be thou a spirit of grace or goblin damned. Bring with thee heirs from heaven or blasts from hell. Be thy intents wicked or charitable. Thou cast in such a questionable shape that I will speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet. King, father, royal Dane, oh answer me!
Beckons you to go away with it, as if in some impartment it did desire to you alone.
Look with what courteous action it wafts you to a more removed ground. But do not go with it!
No, by no means.
It will not speak, then I will follow.
Do not, my lord.
Why, what should interfere? I did not set my life at a pin's feet, and for my soul, what can it do to that being a thing immortal as itself? It waves me forth again. Go on. I'll follow thee.
What if attempted toward the flood, my lord? Or to the dreadful summit of the cliff which beetles over his base into the sea, and there assume some other horrible form which might deprive your sovereignty of reason and draw you into madness? Think of it.
It waves me still. Go on. I'll follow thee.
You shall not go, my lord.
Hold off your hands.
Be ruled, you shall not go.
My faith cries out, and makes each petty artery in this body as high as the Nemean lion's nerve. Still am I called. Thanks be, gentlemen. By heaven, I'll make a Costa in the next week. I say, away. Go on. I'll follow thee.
He waxes desperate with imagination. Let's follow. 'Tis not fit thus to obey him. Have out. What issue with this countenance? Something is wrong in the state of Denmark. Heaven will direct men. Let's follow him.
Whither wilt thou lead me? Speak. I'll go no further.
Follow me!
I will.
My hour is almost come when I, to sulphurous and tormenting flames, must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak. I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to haunt the night, and the day confined to fasting fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature purged away. But that I am forbidden to tell the secrets of my prison house, I could a tale unfold whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, thy knotted and confined locks depart, and each particular hair to stand on end like quills upon the fretful porpentine. But this eternal blazon must not be to ears of flesh and blood. List, Hamlet, oh, list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love,
Oh, God!
revenge, his foul and most unnatural murder. Murder most foul, as in the best it is, of this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I with wings as swift as meditation on the thoughts of love may sweep to my revenge!
Now, Hamlet here, 'tis given out that sleeping in mine orchard, a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rightly abused. But know thou, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life, now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul! My uncle!
Aye, that incestuous, that adulterous beast! Witchcraft of his wit, traitorous gifts! Wicked wit and gifts have the power so to seduce. One to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen! But soft, thinks I scent the morning air, brief let me be. Sleeping within mine orchard, my custom always for the afternoon. Upon my secure hour, thy uncles stop. The juice, cursed heaven are in the vial. In the porches of mine ears, deplore the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with blood of man, that swift as quicksilver courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body, with a sudden vigor doth posset and curve, like eager droppings into milk, the thin and wholesome blood, so did mine. Thus was I, sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, unhoused, disappointed, unhallowed. No reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible, most horrible. If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. But howsoever thou pursuest this act, take not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother-board. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge, to prick and sting her. There thee well at once. The glowworm shows the man to be near. Against pale is uneffectual fire. Adieu, Hamlet. Remember me.
Oh, you host of heaven! Oh, earth, what else? And shall I couple hell? Oh, God. Oh, my heart. And you, my sinews, grow not instant old, but very stiffly up. Remember thee. Aye, thou poor ghost, whilst memory holds a seat in this distracted cloak. Remember thee. Yea, from the table of my memory I'll wipe away all trivial salvation copied there. And thy commandment all alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven! Oh, most pernicious woman! Oh, villain! Villain! Smiling, damned villain!
My lord! My lord! Lord Hamlet! Heaven to cure him!
So be it.
Hello, hello, my lord!
Hello! Hello, boy! Come back! Come!
How is my noble lord? What news, my lord?
Oh, wonderful!
Oh, good, my lord, tell it!
No, you will reveal it.
Not I, my lord, by heaven!
Say then, when our time one secret, but you be secret.
By heaven, my lord!
There's never a villain dwelling in all Denmark. But he's an arrant maid.
There needs no ghost, my lord, come from the grave palaces!
Quite right, you are in the right. And so, without more circumstance at all, I hold it fit that we shake hands and part. You, as your business and desire shall point you for. Every man hath business and desire, such as it is. And for my own poor part, I will go pray.
These are but wild and whirling words, my lord!
I'm sorry they offend you. Heartily, yes, faith, heartily.
No offence, my lord.
Yes, by St. Patrick, but there is Horatio and much offence too. Touching this vision here, it is an honest ghost, that let me tell you, for your desire to know what is between us, or master it as you may. And now, good friends, as you are friends, scholars and soldiers, give me one poor request.
What is it, my lord? We will.
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I.
Nor I, my lord, in faith.
Upon my sword.
We have sworn, my lord, already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed! Sayest thou so? Up a electric! Come on. You hear this fellow in the cellarage. Consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to speak of this that you have seen. Swear by my sword.
All day and night, this is wondrous strange.
Therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. But come, here as before, never so help you mercy, how strange or whosoe'er I bear myself, as I perchance hereafter shall think meet to put an antic disposition on, that you at such time seeing me never shall, with arms encumbered thus, or with this head shake, or by pronouncing of some doubtful phrase, as well we know, or we could if we would, or if we list to speak, or they be and if they might, or such ambiguous giving out, to note that you know aught of me. This do swear, so grace and mercy at your most needs help you. Swear!
Swear! We swear!
Rest. Rest, perturbed spirit. So, gentlemen, with all my love, I do commend me to you. And what so poor a man as Hamlet is may do to express his love and friending to you, God willing, shall not lack. Nay, come, let's go together. And still your fingers on your lips, I pray. Time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite that ever I was born to set it right. Nay, come, let's go together.
Give him this money and these notes, Ronaldo.
I will, my lord.
You shall do matters wisely, good Ronaldo, before you visit him to make inquiry of his behaviour.
My lord, I did intend.
Very well said, very well said. Look, sir, inquire me first what dames there are in Paris, and how and who, what means, where they keep, what company, at what expense. And finding by this encompassment and drift of question that they do know my son, come you more nearer than your particular demands will touch you. Take you as were some distant knowledge of him, as thus. I know his father and his friends, and in part him. You mind, Mr. Ronaldo?
Aye, very well.
And in part him. But you may say not well, but if it be he I mean, he's very wild, addicted to so-and-so, and there put on him what forgeries you please. Bearing none so rank as may dishonour him, take heed of that. But, sir, such wanton, wild, and usual slips, as are the companions noted and most known to youth and liberty.
As gaming, my lord.
Ah, or drinking, fencing, swearing, quarrelling, grabbing, you may go so far.
My lord, that would be fine.
Well, faith knows you may season it in the charge. You must not put another slander on him that is open to incontinency. That's not my meaning. But breathe his faults so quaintly that they may seem the taints of liberty, the flash and outbreak of a fiery mind, a savageness in unreclaimed blood of general assault.
But my good lord.
Wherefore should you do this?
Ah, my lord, I would know that.
Marry, sir, here's my drift, and I believe it is a fetch of warrant. You, sir, laying these Zeitsallies on my son, as it were, a thing a little soiled with the working, mark you. Your party and converse, him you would sound. Having ever seen in the pronominate crimes the youth you breathe of guilt, be assured he closes with you in this consequence. Good servant, or so, or friend, or gentleman, according to the phrase or the edition of man and country.
Very good, my lord.
And then, sir, it does this. It does... What was I about to say? By the mass, I was about to say something. Where did I leave?
Closes in the consequence. Friend or so, and
Closes in the consequence. Oh, I marry. He closes thus. I know the gentleman, I saw him yesterday, or t'other day, or then, with such or such. And as you say, there was he gaming. There or took in his rouse. There falling out at tennis. Or, perchance, I saw him enter such a house of sale, be they illicit, a brothel, and so forth. See you now, your bait of falsehood takes this carp of truth, and thus do we, of wisdom and a breach, with windlasses, and with the sayings of bias, by indirections find directions out. So, by my former lecture and advice, shall you, my son. You have me, have you not?
my lord, I have.
Goodbye, farewell.
Good, my lord.
Observe his inclination in yourself,
I shall, my lord.
and then imply his music.
Well, my lord.
Farewell. Now, Ophelia, what's the matter?
My lord, I have been so frightened.
We what in the name of God?
As I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, his doublet all unbraced. No hat upon his head, his stockings foul, ungartered and turned down into his ankle. Pale as his shirt, his knees knocking each other. And with a look so piteous in purport, as if he'd been loosened out of hell to speak of horrors. He comes before me.
Mad for thy love.
My lord, I do not know. But truly I do fear it.
What say ye?
He took me by the wrist and held me arm. Then goes he to the length of all his arm. And with his other hand, as I saw his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last, a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head thus waving up and down, he raised a sigh, so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes. For out of doors he went without their helps, and to the last bended their light on me.
Come, go with me. We will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property foredoes itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings, as oft as any passion under heaven that does afflict our natures. I am sorry. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my good lord, but if you did command, I did rebel his letters and denied his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I am sorry that with better heed and judgment I had not quoted him. I feared he did but trifle and meant to rack thee. But to shrew my jealousy, by heaven it is as proper to our age to cast beyond ourselves in our opinions, as it is common for the younger sort to lack discretion. Come, go into the king. This must be known. Being kept close might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love. Come.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover that we much did long to see you, the need we have to use you did provoke resembles what it was, what it should be. More than the death of his father, that has thus put him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both to draw him on to pleasure, and to gather so much from occasion you may be, that the aught to us unknown and fix him thus. That open lies within our remedy.
Good gentlemen, if it shall please you to show so much gentry and goodwill as to expend your time with us a while, for the supply and profit of our hope, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Oh, both your majesties might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your good pleasures more to command than to entreaty.
But we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz, and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern, and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go, some of you, and bring these gentlemen where Hamlet is.
Heavens make our presence and our practices pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye, amen.
The ambassadors from Norway, my good lord, are joyfully returned.
Thou still hast been the father of good news.
Have I, my lord? Assure you, my good liege, I hold my duty as I hold my soul, both to my God and to my gracious king. And I do think, or else this brain of mine hunts not trail of policy so surely as it hath used to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that. That do I long to hear.
Give first admittance to the ambassadors. My news shall be the fruit to their great feast.
Thyself do grace to them and bring them in. He tells me, my dear Gertrude, he hath found the head and source of all your sons' distemper.
I doubt it is no other but the main. His father's death and our hasty marriage.
Well, we shall sift him. Ah, welcome, my good friends. Say, Baltimore, what from our brother Norway?
Most fair return of greetings and signs. Upon our first, he sent out to suppress his nephew's levies, which to him appeared to be preparation against the Poland. But, better looked into, he truly found was against your highness. Whereat grieved, that so his sickness, age, and impotence was falsely borne in hand, sent out arrests on Fortinbras, which he, in brief, obeys. Received rebuke from Norway, and to end makes vow before his uncle never more to give me save arms against your majesty. Whereon old Norway, overcome with joy, gives him 3,000 crowns in annual fee, and his commission for those soldiers so levied before against the Poland, with an entreaty, herein further shown, that it might please you to give quiet pass through your dominions for this enterprise, on such regards to safety and allowance as therein are set down.
It likes us well. And at our more convenient time, we'll read, answer, and think upon this business. Meantime, we thank you for your well-took labour. Go to your rest. At night we'll feast together. Most welcome home.
This business is well ended. My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night night, and time time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad call I it, but to define true madness, what is it but to be nothing else but mad? But let that go.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true. A foolish figure, but farewell, let I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him then, and now remains that we find out the cause of this effect, or rather say the cause of this defect. For this effect, defective, comes from a cause. Thus it remains, and the remainder thus. Her pen. I have a daughter, and while she is mine, who in her duty and obedience mark hath given me this. Now gather and surmise.
To the celestial, and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia.
That's a vile phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase, but you shall hear. Thus, in her excellent white bosom, to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Oh dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers. I have not art to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best, oh most best, believe it. Adieu, thine evermore, most dear lady, whilst this machine is to him, Hamlet. This in obedience hath my daughter shown, and more above have his solicitings, as they fell out by time, by means and place, all given to mine ear.
But how hath she received his love?
What do you think of me?
That's of a man faithful and honest.
I would fain prove so. What might you think when I'd seen his hot love on the wing, as I perceived it, I must tell you that before my daughter told me. What might you, or my dear majesty, your queen here think, if I had played the desk or table book, or given my heart a winking, mute and dumb, or looked upon this love with idle sight? What might you think? No, I went round to work, and my young lady, thus I did bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince out of thy star, this must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens. Which done, she took the fruits of my advice. He repelled, a short tale to make, fell into a sands, thence into a fast, thence to a watch, thence to a wakefulness, thence to a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein he now is raised, and all we mourn for.
You think it is this?
It may be. Very like.
Hath there been such a time, I'd fain know that, when I have positively said 'tis so, when it proved otherwise?
Not that I know.
Take this from this, if this be otherwise. If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the centre.
How may we try it further?
You know sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the loft.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll lose my daughter to him. But you and I behind the house head mark the encounter. If he love her not, and be not from his reason formed thereon, let me be no assistant for a state, but keep a farm and carters.
We will try it.
But look where sadly the poor wretch doth come.
Oh, good night, will it please you leave us here?
With all my heart. And for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope that your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again. To both your eyes.
Never mind. I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious Ophelia, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book, that show of such an exercise may colour your loneliness. Oh, we are much to blame in this. 'Tis too often proved that with devotion's visage and with pious action we do sugar or the devil himself.
'Tis too true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek beautied with plastering art is not more ugly to the thing that helps it than is my deed to my most painted word. Oh, heavy burden.
I hear him coming. Good my lord, let us bestow ourselves.
Be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die. To sleep. No more. And by sleep to say we end the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. Die. To sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the insolence of office, the law's delay, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a fair body? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but at the dread of something after death? That undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard, their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair of feeling. Nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good, my lord. How does your honor this lady day?
I humbly thank you. Well, well. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours long ago to read in it. I pray you now receive them.
No. Not I. I never gave you aught.
My honoured lord, you know right what it is. And the words of so sweet breath composes made the things more rich. Their perfume lost. Take these again. For to the noble mind rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord,
Are you fair?
but what means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
With beauty, my lord, had better commerce than with honesty.
Ah, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bore, than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, and now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe, sir.
You should not have believed me. For virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why, wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offences at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between earth and heaven? We are arrant knaves, all, believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Help him, you storytellers.
If thou dost marry, I give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. To a nunnery, go and quickly to farewell. Or if thou wilt needs marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. Get thee to a nunnery. Go! Farewell!
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him.
I have heard of your paintings too, well enough. God hath given you one face and you make yourselves another. You dig and angle and you lisp. You nickname God's creatures and make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to, Alma Morant. It has made me mad! I say we will have no more marriage. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. Nunnery, go!
soul o'er which his melancholy sits on brood, and I do doubt the hatch under this close will be some danger, for which to prevent, he shall with speed to England for the demand of our neglected tribute. Haply the seas and countries different with variable objects shall expel this something settled matter in his heart, whereupon his brain still beating, touching thus from fashion of himself. What think you, Aunt?
He shot it well, but yet do I believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. Away, I do beseech your majesty. I'll board him presently. Or give me leave. How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, God of mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then I would you are so honest a man.
Honest, my lord?
I said, to be honest as this world goes is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
Or if the sun breed maggots in a dead dog, being a God-kissing carrion. Have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but as your daughter may conceive, friend, look to it.
I'll say you by that. Still harping on my daughter. Yet he knew me not at first. He said I was a fishmonger. He is far gone, far gone. And indeed, in my youth, I suffered much extremity from love, very near this. I'll speak to him again. What is it that you read, my lord?
Words. Words? Words?
What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean the matter that you read, my lord.
Oh, slander, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have grey beards, that their faces are wrinkled, their eyes purging thick amber and plum tree gum, and that they have a plentiful lack of wit, together with most weak hands. All which, sir, though I must powerfully and potently believe, yet I hold it not honesty to have it thus set down. For yourself, sir, shall grow old as I am, if, like a crab, you could go backwards.
Though this be madness, yet there's method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave?
Indeed, that is out of the air. Pregnant sometimes his replies are. My lord, I'll take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I will not more willingly part withal. Except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Farewell, my lord. You go to seek the Lord Hamlet, there he is.
God save you, sir! My lord, my most dear lord!
Excellent, good friend! Thanks.
As the indifferent children of the earth, happy and that almost over happy. Unfortunate's capital not the very bottom.
Nor the soles of her shoes.
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist or in the middle of her favours?
Make her quiet, sweet.
Ah, in the secret parts of fortune. Most true, she is a strumpet. What news?
Oh, not my lord, but that the world's gone honest.
Ah, there's doomsday near. But your news is not true. Let me question you more in particular. What have you, my good friends, deserved at the hands of fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord.
10 months of prison.
And then it's the world one.
A goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons, Denmark being one of the worst.
Weeping also, my lord.
Why, that is unto you. For there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison.
But then your ambition makes it one. 'Tis too narrow for your line.
God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I have bad dreams. But in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
Oh, to visit you, my lord, no other occasion.
Beggar that I am even poor in thanks, but I thank you. Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come. Come, deal justly with me. Come. Come. Nay, speak!
What should we say, my lord?
Why, anything but to the purpose. You were sent for, and there is a kind of confession in your looks, which your modesties have not crouched enough to colour. I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
What end, my lord?
That you must teach me. But let me conjure you by the rights of our fellowship, by the obligation of our youth, by the consonancy of our ever-preserved love, or by what more dear a better proposer can charge you all, be even and direct with me whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
Then I have an eye of you. If you love me, hold not off.
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. So shall my anticipation prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen holds no better. I have, of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly friendly earth seems to me a sterile problem. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire, why it appeareth nothing to me but a foul and pestilent congregation of veils. What a piece of work is a man, how noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, in form and in moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel. In apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, and yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, nor woman neither, but by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh then when I said man delights not me?
Oh, to think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you. We coated them on the way, and hither are they coming to offer you service.
What players are they?
Even those you will want to take such delight in, the tragedians of the city.
Gentlemen, you are welcome to us. Come, you are both welcome. But my uncle, father, and aunt, mother are deceived.
In what, my dear lord?
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
Welcome with you, gentlemen.
Happy Bill. And each year and year, I will prophesy he comes to tell me of the players' market. You say right, sir. Monday morning was there indeed.
My lord, I have news for you.
My lord, I have news for you. When Rossius was an actor in Rome.
The actors are come hither, my lord.
What was?
Upon mine honour.
Then came each actor on his act.
The best actors in the world, either for tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral, pastoral, tragical, tragical, pastoral, historical, comical, comical, historical, tragical, historical, tragical, historical, comical, pastoral, scene indivisible, and poem unlimited. Seneca cannot be too heavy, nor Prudence too light. For the law of the rich and the liberty, these are the only men.
Oh, Jephthah, judge of Israel, what a treasure hadst thou!
What treasure had he, my lord?
Oh, I had one fair daughter, and no more, the which he loved passing well. Eh?
Still on my lord.
The first row of the pious chanson will show you more. Masters, you are all welcome. We'll have a speech straight. Come, give us a taste of your voice. Come, a passionate speech. What speech, my good lord? I heard thee speak for your speech once, but it was never acted, or if it was, not above once. For play, I remember, pleased not the million. But it was, as I received it, and others whose judgments in such matters rise in the top of mine, excellent play, well digested in the scenes, set down with as much modesty as cunning. One speech in it I chiefly love. 'Twas Aeneas' tale to Dido, and thereabout of it, especially when he speaks of Priam's slaughter. If it live in your memory, begin at this line. The rugged Pyrrhus, like the Hyrcanian beast. It is not so. It begins with Pyrrhus. The rugged Pyrrhus, he whose sable arms, black as his purpose, did the knight resemble when he lay couched in the ominous horse, hath now this dread and black complexion smeared with heraldry more dismal. The hellish Pyrrhus, old grandsire, Priam seeks. So he...
Walk up, my lord, well spoken, with good accent, and good restraint.
Anon he finds him, striking too short at reach. His antique sword, rebellious to his arm, lies where it falls, repugnant to command. Equal matched. Pyrrhus at Priam drives, and rage strikes wide. With the whispering wind of his fell sword, the unnerved father falls. Then senseless Eliot, seeming to feel this blow, with flaming top stoops to his base, and with a hideous crash, takes prisoner Pyrrhus. For lo, his sword, which was declining on the milky head of Reverend Priam, seemed in the air to stick. So as a painted tyrant Pyrrhus stood, and like a neutral to his will and matter, did nothing. But as we often see against some storm, a silence of the heavens, the rack stands still, the bold winds speechless, and in all below, as hush as death. And on the dreadful thunder hath rend the region. So after Pyrrhus falls, the roused vengeance sets in new work, and never did the sight of Pyrrhus fall on Mars's armor, forged for proof return, with less remorse than Pyrrhus' bleeding sword, now falls on Priam!
This is too long.
You shout at the barbers with your beard. Prithee, say on. He's for a jig or a tale of bawdry or his sling. Say on. Come to head you.
But who, our woe, have seen the molded queen?
The molded queen?
That's good, very good. Molded queen is good.
Run barefoot up and down, threatening the flames with this room. A cloud upon the head where like the diadem stood. A robe about her lank and all teamed loins. A blanket in the alarm of fear caught up. Who this had seen, with tongue in venom steeped, gainst fortune's stateward treason had pronounced. The gods themselves had seen her. When she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sport in mincing with his sword a husband's lips, the instant burst of clamor that she made, unless things awful moved them not as forth, would have made melts the blinding eyes of heaven and passion of the gods.
Look at the Actor changed his colour and had tears in his eyes. Pretty no more.
Good my lord, will you see the players well bestowed? Do you hear? Let them be well used, for they are the abstract and brief chronicle of the time. After your death, you will better have a bad end start and their ill report while you live.
My lord, I'll use them according to their deserts.
God's bodkin, man, much better. Use every man after his desert, and who shall stake with him? Use them after your own honour and dignity. The less they deserve, the more merit is in your bounty. Take them in.
Come, sirs.
Follow him, friend. We'll have a play tomorrow. Come here, friend. Can you play the murder of Costa?
Aye, my lord.
We'll have it tomorrow. You could, for a need, study a speech of some dozen or 16 lines, which I would set down and insert it, could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Very well. Follow that lord, and look you, mock him not. My friends, I'll leave you till night. You are welcome to us.
Good, my lord.
So, goodbye to you. Now I am alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player, here that in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit, that from her working all his visage one? tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, a broken voice, and his whole function suiting with forms to his conceit, and all for nothing. For Hecuba. What's Hecuba to him, or he to her, that he should weep for her? What would he do, had he the motive and the cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage with tears, and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty and appall the free, confound the ignorant, and amaze indeed the very faculty of eyes and ears. Yet I, a dull and muddy-mettled rascal, peep like John a Dreams, unpregnant of my cause, and can say nothing. No, not for a king upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Who calls me villain? Breaks my paper-cross, plucks off my beard and blows it in my face, tweaks me by the nose, gives me the lie in the throat as deep as to the lungs. Who does me this? Huh? Swoons I should take it, for it cannot be, but I am pigeon-livered and lack gall to make oppression bitter. Or ere this, I should have fatted all the region kites with this slave's offal. Bloody, bawdy villain, remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, timeless villain! Oh, vengeance! Why, what an ass am I? This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father murdered, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must, like a whore, unpack my heart with words, and fall cursing, like a very drab, a scullion. Fire from it! Through! Out my brains! I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. For murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these plays play something like the murder of my father before my uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll turn to him for the quick. If he can blench, I know my purpose. The spirit that I have seen may be a devil, and the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape. Yea, and perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy, as he is very potent with such spirits, abuses me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
And can you by no drift of conference get from him while he puts on this confusion? Preach so harshly all his days of quiet, with turbulent and dangerous lunacy.
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause? All by what would speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof when we should bring him onto some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Oh, what's like a gentleman?
Oh, but with much forcing of his disposition.
Needed of question. But of our demands most free in his reply.
Did you assay him to any pastime?
Ah, madam, in so philauts and players we all wrought on the way. Of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are around the court, and as I think, have order already this night to play before here.
It is most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesty to see and hear the man.
With all my heart, and it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose into these delights.
We will, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too.
I shall obey you.
My lord, do as you please, but if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be round with him. I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom shall best fit.
It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. You mounted as many of your players do. I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hands, thus, but use all gently, for in the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who for the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows of noise.
I warrant, Your Honour.
Be not too vain, neither. Let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the word to the action to the word. With this special observance, that you offset not the modesty of nature, for anything so overdone is from the purpose of play, whose point, both the first and now, was and is to hold, as 'twere the mirror up to nature. To show virtue, her own feature, scorn, her own image, and the very age and body of the time, his form and pressure. There be players that I have seen play, and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak it profanely, that having neither the accent of Christian, nor the gait of Christian, pagan, or man, have so strutted and bellowed that I have thought some of nature's journeymen had made men, and not made them well. They imitated humanity so abominably.
I hope we have reformed that indifferently with us, sir.
Reform it altogether. And let those that play your clowns speak no more than is set down for them. For there be of them those that will themselves laugh, to set some quantity of barren spectators to laugh too. Though in the meantime, some necessary question of the play be then to be considered. That stillness shows the most pitiful ambition in the fool refused. Well, go make your ready.
We will, my lord.
Now, will the king hear this piece of work?
And the Queen too, and that presently.
Go bid the players make haste. Will you two help to hasten them?
My lord?
What ho, Horatio?
Yes, sweet lord, at your service.
Horatio, thou art in as just a man as ere my conversation closed withal.
Oh, my dear lord.
Nay, do not think I flatter. For what advancement may I hope from thee that no revenue hast but thy good spirits to feed and clothe thee? Why should the poor be flattered? No, let the candy tongue of the absurd common cook the pregnant hinges of the leeway. Thrift may follow fawning. Dost thou hear? Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice, and could of men distinguish her election, she had sealed thee for herself. For thou hast been as one in suffering all that suffers nothing, a man whom nature's buffets and rewards has tamed with equal thanks. And blessed are those whose blood and judgments are so well commended, they are not a pipe for fortune's finger to sound what stop she please. Give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core. Aye, in my heart of hearts, as I do thee. Something too much of this. There is a place tonight before the king. One scene of it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. I pray thee, when thou seest that act afoot, even with the very comment of thy soul, observe my uncle. If his occulted guilt do not itself unkennel in one speech, it is a damned ghost that we have seen, and my imaginations are as foul as Vulcan's stilly. I pray you, give him needful note, for mine eyes will rivet to his face, and after, we will both our judgments join in censure of his singing.
Well, my lord, if he steal aught the whilst the player is playing escape detective, I will pay the theft.
enact Julius Caesar. I was killed in the Capitol. Brutus killed me.
It was a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf there. The play is ready.
Right, my lord, I stay upon your patience.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet, sit by me.
No, good mother, he is little more attractive.
Oh, my God.
Lady, shall I lie in your lap? I mean, my head upon your lap. Did you think I meant country matters?
I think nothing, my lord.
That's a fair thought to lie between a maid's legs.
What is it, my lord?
Nothing.
You are married, my lord.
Who I?
I, my lord.
Oh, God, you're only jig maker. What should a man do but be married? But look at how deeply my mother looks, and my father died within 2 hours.
It's twice 2 months, my lord.
So long. Why then let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suit of sables. Oh, heavens. Died 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. Why then there's hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year. But by a lady he must build churches then, or else he shall suffer not thinking on with the hobby horse, whose every time is the hobby horse.
purpose lose, but only to end where I begun. Our wills and fates do so contrary run that our devices still are overthrown. Our thoughts are ours,
So think thou wilt no send a husband wait. Dario's thoughts, thy first law is dead.
Nor earth to give me food, nor heaven light, sport and repose lock for me day and night. To desperation turn my trust and hope, an anchor's chure in prison be my scope. Each opposite that blanks the face of joy, meet what I would have well, and it destroy. Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife, if once a widow ever I be wife.
If she should brave him now, 'tis deeply sworn.
Sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile the tedious day with sleep.
Sleep rock thy brain and never calm mischance between us twain.
Madam, how like you this play?
Oh, the lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there no offence in it?
Oh, no. They do the jest. Poison and jest. No offense in the word.
I like you not. Nor stands it safe with us for his madness range. Therefore prepare myself. I, your commission, will forthwith dispatch. Each of you will share along with you. Return to our estate may not endure hazard so near as the owly pride of his brows.
We will ourselves provide. Most holy and religious spirit is to keep those many, many bodies safe that live and feed upon your majesty.
The single and peculiar life is bound with all the strength and armour of the mind to keep itself from annoyance, but much more that spirit upon whose wheel depends and rests the lives of many. Never alone with the king's side, but with the general grove.
Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage. For we will better put about this fear which now goes 2 or 3 foot.
We will haste us.
My lord is going to his mother's closet. Behind the house I'll convey myself to hear the process. Farewell, my liege. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offence is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse on it, a brother's murder. Pray can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will. My fault is past. Oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. It cannot be since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, and my plea. Can one be pardoned and retain the offense? Oh, wretched state, a bosom black as death, blind and soul that struggling to be free are more engaged. Help, angels, make the same. Bow stubborn knees, heart springs of steel. Be soft. Sinews of the newborn day. All may be well.
Now, might I do it? so am I revenged. That would be scandal. The villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this same villain send to heaven. Why, this is hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father roasted, full of bread, with all his crimes, broad blown, as flush as May. And how his audit stands, who knows, save heaven. But in our circumstance and course of thought is heavy with him. And am I then revenged, to take him in the purging of his soul, when he is fit and seasoned for his passage? No. Absurd, and no thou more horrid hence, when he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and that his soul may be as damned and black as hell whereto it goes. My mother stays. This visit but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
I'll come straight. Look in my home to him, tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear, and that your grace hath screamed and stood between much heat and him. Our silence be even here. Pray you be round with him.
I'll warrant you fear me not. Withdraw my head, kind.
Mother. Now, Mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
I know how, Hamlet.
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rood, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Sit you down. Shall not budge. No, not till I set you up a glass. Now, rat! This is dead for a bucket. Dead!
Oh! My people is returned!
Nay, no, not. Is it the king?
What bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill the king and marry with his brother.
Kill the king?
Aye, lady, was my word. Thou, wretched, rash, intruding fool! Farewell. I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thou findest to be too busy some day. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace. Sit you down and let me wring your heart, for so I shall if it be made of penetrable stuff. If damned custom have not brassed it so that it be proof and bulwark against sense.
What have I done that thou darest by my tongue invoice the room against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love, and sets a blister there.
What act? The brawl so loud and thunders in the index?
Upon this picture, and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See, what a grace was seated on this brow. Iberian's curls, the front of Jove himself, and I like Mars to threaten and command. a station, like the herald Mercury, new lighted on a heaven-kissing hill. A combination and a form indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. This is your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome rub. Have you eyes? Could you, on this fair mountain, leave the feed and batten on this moor? Ah! Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for at your age the haylaying of blood is tame, it's humble, and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? Sense, sure you would have, else would you not have motion, but sure that sense is accolades. For madness would not earn, or sense to ecstasy was ne'er so thrall, but it reserved some quantity of choice to serve is such a difference. What devil was that thus accozened you, a goodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling songs all, or but a sickly part of one true sense would not so mold. Oh, shade, where is thy blush? Rebellious hell, if thou didst mutine in a matron's bones, to flaming youth let virtue be as wax and melt in her own fire. Proclaim no shame in the compulsive ardor against the charge, since frost itself has actively to turn and reason, pander's will.
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turnest my life into my very soul, and where I see such black and grey spots as will not leave their taint.
Rank sweat and clean bed, skewed into ransom, fanning and making love over the nasty stuff.
These words like anguish and killing my ears, no more sweet, Hamlet.
A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your preceding law, a vice of kings, a cutpurse of the empire and the rule, that from a shelf a precious diadem stolen put it in his pocket. And he has shreds and patches. Save me and hover on me with your wings, you heavenly gods. What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he is mad.
Do you not come, your tardy son to chide, that lapsed in time in passion, let's go by the important acting of your dread command. Oh, say,
Do not forget. This visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother's sins. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Conceiting weakest bodies, strongest words. Speak to her, Hamlet.
how is it with you, lady?
Alas, how is it with you? That you do bend your eye on vacancy, and with the incorporeal air you hold discourse? Forfeit your eyes, your spirits hardly peep. And as the sleeping soldiers in the alarm your bended hair like perfect excrement stand up and stand an end. Oh, gentle sun, upon the heated flame of thy distemper sprinkle cool patience, whereon do you look?
On him. On him. Look you how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones would make them capable. Do not look on me, lest with this piteous action you convert my stern effects. Then what I have to do will want true colour, tears to transfer blood.
How can you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, it's all that is I see.
Nor do you nothing here?
Nothing but ourselves.
Why, look you. There, how it steals away. My father, in his habit as he lived. Look where he goes even now, out of the portal.
This is the very coinage of your brain, this bodiless creation conversation exceeds any cunning in.
Ecstasy! My pulse, as yours, doth temporarily keep time and makes as helpful music. It is not madness that I have uttered, mother, for love of grace. Lay not that flattering unction to your soul, that not your trespass but my madness speaks. It will but steam and film the ulcerous place, whilst rank corruption, mining all within, infects unseen. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past, avoid what is to come, and do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them rankle. Forgive me this, my virtue, for in the fatness of these pursy times, virtue itself by no means, but I bid you do. Let the blood king tempt you again to bed, pinch wanton on your cheek, call you his mouse, and for a pair of reachy kisses or paddling in your neck with his damned fingers, make you to rattle all this matter out. But I, essentially, am not in madness, but mad in crime. 'Twere good you let him know.
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath and breath of life, I have no life to breathe what thou hast said to me.
I must to England, you know that.
Alack, I forgot. Tis so concluded on.
There's letters sealed, and my 2 schoolfellows, whom I will trust as I will adders fanged, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to knavery. Let it work. This man shall set me packing. Mother, good night. I like the guts into the neighbor room. Indeed, this counsellor is now most still. Good night.
Where is your son?
Bestow his place on us a little while. Oh, I don't know. What have I seen tonight?
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet?
where to 'tis king.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king. The king is not with the body. The king is a thing.
A thing, my lord.
Of nothing. Bring me to him.
How now? What hath befallen?
Where the dead body is bestowed, my lord, we cannot get from him.
Now, Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms reenacting. The worm is your only emperor for diet. We fat all creatures else to fat us, but we fat ourselves for maggots.
Oh, alas, alas.
The fat king and the lean beggar is but variable service. 2 dishes, but to 1 table. There's the end. A man may fish with the worm that is eat of a king, and eat of the fish that is fed of that worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Nothing but to show you how a king may go on progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven! Send thither to see. If your messenger find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But if indeed you find him not within this month, you shall notice him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go seek him there.
He will stay till you come.
Hamlet, this deed for thine especial safety, which we do tender as we dearly grieve for that which thou hast done, must send thee hence with fiery quickness. Therefore prepare thyself. The bark is ready, the wind hath helped the associates 10, and everything is bent for England. Aye, Hamlet. So is if thou knewst our purposes.
I see a sheriff that sees them. Become England! Farewell, your mother!
I love him, father, Hamlet!
My mother. Mother and father is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh, and so my mother. Become England!
Follow him at foot! Take him with speed abroad! Delay him not! I'll have him hence tonight! And England, if my love thou holds that hold, as my great power thereof may give thee sense, since yet thy symmetries look raw and red after the Danish sword, and thy free all pays homage to us. Thou mightst not coldly set our sovereign process, which imports by full, by letters congruing to the effect, the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England! For like the hectic in my blood he rages, and thou must cure me. Till I know 'tis done. However, mayhaps, my joys ready are begun.
Go, Captain. From me greet the Danish king. Tell him that by his license, Thornton Brass trades a conveyance of a promised march over his kingdom. You know the remainder? If that his majesty would aught with us, we shall express our duty in his eye and let him know so.
I'll do it, my lord.
Go softly on!
Well, sir. Whose powers are these?
They are of Norway, sir.
Our purpose, sir, I pray.
They gained some part of Poland.
Who commands them, sir?
The deputy of Norway, Fortinbras.
Goes it against the main of Poland, sir, or for some frontier?
Truly to speak, and with no addition, we go to gain a little patch of ground that hath in it no profit but the name. To pay 5 ducats. 5! I would not farm it. And nor will it yield to Norway or the Pole a rank rate should it be sold in fee.
Why then the Polak never will defend it?
Yes, it is already garrisoned.
This is the posthume of much wealth and peace, that inward breaks and shows no cause without why the man dies. I humbly thank you, sir.
God be with you, sir.
We're pleased to go, my lord.
I'll be with you straight. Go a little before. How all occasions do inform against me, and spurn my dull revenge. What is a man if his chief good and market of his time be but to sleep and feed? A beast, no more. Sure, he that made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, gave us not that capability and godlike reason to fust in us unused. Now, whether it be bestial oblivion or some craven scruple of thinking too precisely on the event, a thought which quartered hath but 1 part wisdom and ever 3 parts coward, I do not know why yet I live to say these things to do, since I have pause and will and strength and means to do. Examples, gross as earth, exhort me. Witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit with divine ambition puffed, makes mouths at the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all but fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Rightly to be great is not to stir without great argument, but greatly to find quarrel in a straw when honour's at the stake. Now stand I then, and have a father killed, a mother stayed, excitements of my reason and my blood, and let all sleep, while to my shame I see the imminent death of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy and trick of fame go to their graves like beds, fight for a plot whereon the numbers cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough and continent to hide the slain. Oh, from this time forth my thoughts be bloody, or nothing worth.
I will not speak with her.
She is importunate, indeed, distract. Her moods will need thee pity.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father. She says she hears there's tricks in the world that hems and beats her heart, spurns enviously at straws, speak things in doubt that carry but half sense. Her speech is nothing, and the unshaped use of it doth move the hearers to collection. They aim at it and watch up their words to their own thoughts, which, as her winks and nods and gestures yield them, indeed would make one think there may be thought, though nothing sure, yet much unhappily.
For good she was spoken with, for she makes through dangerous conjectures and ill-breeding minds.
Let her come in. This soul of sin's true nature is each joy seems prologue to some greater list. So full of artless jealousies, that it spills itself in failing to be spilled.
Where's the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
Why, how now? Here?
How shall your children know from another one? By its buckle and stuff and its animal stew.
Alas, sweet lady, what imports this song?
Say you nay! Where you are! He is dead and gone, lady, he is dead and gone. At his head a grass green turf, at his heels a stone.
Nay, but if he...
No, you're not!
Alas, to hear, my lord.
Not at all with what thought, which beweed to the mountain of go, to love shower.
How do you, pretty lady?
Gavolovich. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. We got here to the table.
Lawson. Just him educated reason not be true. As little as that is just in sense. Let it go. Speak.
Father.
Yeah.
But not
Let him be unlimited.
really dead. I'll not travel to hell at least. Vows of backstab. Grace of a man's hit. Examination! This I see both the world's nakedness. Let someone comes. You know, there's no sign of a
Stay.
well, not all the world. My knees are so well forward.
Good there. Tired to know the city of your gift. It's reaching men that swear you will grow. And then we are actors of
His enemy to his good friends. I love my like kind pelican with blood.
like a good true. I am the father that no sensitive courage. Thou hast raised your judgment here and made us high.
Now. What noise is that? Tis I'm sulphur, sense of virtue. Forever my madness fading, wait, scale to be. May, dear May, I insist on the weight of the possible may be as mortal as a man's life. Nature is in love with. Fine sense of precious instance of itself, something it loves.
How the will be gathered. It is the most
Otherwise, and greater measure could with us.
Horatio, when thou hast over this, these fellows signs to the king. They have letters for him. They will very warlike. He must, finding it too slow to say, we put her valor, and in the I brought them. On the instant the idea of our ships, I alone became together. They dealt with me like mercy, but knew what they did. I am to do good to them. But the king, as I have sent him, rebelled to do as much as thou wouldst death. I have words to speak in thy ear will make thee laying not too light more of the matter. Those who where I am, and Crisafulli and hold for England. Of them I have to tell thee well. Thou knowest thy I'll give these already. And do that you correct me wrong.
Now your conscience which is see, and you must be in your friends. Heard of it here that you have your noble father slain, pursued my
Well, this, so have I, a noble father lost, a sister to desperate, whose worth may go back to challenge of all the of affections. Come,
great not sleep for that. You shall be shut off. I love myself, and I own teach you. And now,
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this to the queen.
from Hamlet, who wrote?
Sailors, my lord, they say. I saw them not.
May I think you shall give him. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and most strange return. Hamlet, what should this mean? Are all the rest come back, or is it some abuse and no such thing?
no to the hand.
It is Hamlet's character, me. And in a postscript here he says, alone. You devise him.
I am lost in it, my lord, but let him come. Oh, it warms the very sickness in my heart that I shall live to tell him to his teeth. Thus didst thou.
It be so. How should it be so? How otherwise? Will you be ruled by me?
Aye, my lord, so you will not all rule me to a peace.
To thine own peace. I will work him to an exploit now ripe in my device, under the which he shall not choose but fall, and for his death no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled.
You have been talked of since your travel much, and that in Hamlet's hearing for a quality wherein they say you shine.
What God is that, my lord?
For art and exercise in your defense, and for your rapier most especially.
What out of this, my lord?
There it is. Was your father dear to you? Are you like the painting of a sorrower, face without a heart?
Why ask you this?
Because I think you did not love your father. But to the quick, the outside. Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself indeed your father's son, more than in words?
Cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed should murder sanctuaries. Revenge should have no bounds. Good Eliot, will you do this? Close within your teeth. And the return shall be on. Will put on those shall praise your excellence, and set a double varnish on the fame the Frenchman gave you. Bring you at last together and wager on your heads. He being remiss, most generous, and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, so that with ease, or with a little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a pass of practice practice, requite him for your father.
I will do it, and for that purpose I will rid my sword. I force an unction of a mountebank so mortal that but dip a knife in it where it draws blood, no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that a virtue under the moon can save that thing from death that is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point for this contagion, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
Let's further think on this. Wayward convenience both of time and means may fit us to our shape. If this should fail and let our grit look through our bad performance, 'twere better not essayed. Therefore, this project should have a back or a second that might hold, if this did blast in proof. So, let me see. We'll make a solemn wager on your cunnings. I have it. When in your motion you are hot and dry, as make your bouts more violent to that end, and that we call for drink, I'll have prepared in a chalice for the nonce, whereupon but sitting, if he by chance escape your venom stuck, our purpose might hold there. But stay, what noise? How now, noble queen?
One more doth tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow.
Round? Where?
There is a willow grows a scarlet brook that shows its whole leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she make of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples that liberal shepherds give a grosser name that our cold maids to dead men's fingers call. There on the pendant bough, her crowned weeds clambering to hang an envious sliver broke, when down her weedy trophies in herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old tunes, as one incapable of her own distress, or of a creature native and endued unto that element. But long it could not be, till that her garments heavy with their drink pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lane to muddy death.
Alas, she is drowned.
Drowned. Now.
Too much water hast thou, poor Ophelia. Therefore I forbid my tears. Yet it is our trick. Nature, her custom holds, let shame say what it will, when these are gone, the woman will be out. But you, my lord, I had a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but this folly doubts it.
Let's follow, Gertrude. How much I had to do to calm his rage. Now fear I this will give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
The gods wept all the time, behold, he thought it was nothing made. But I was really stepped Lord me in his clutch, and sheared me until
Is she to be buried in Christian burial, who willingly seeks her own salvation?
Why, tell thee she is.
How can that be? Unless she drowned herself in her own defence.
Why, 'tis found so.
It cannot be, and here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act. And an act has three branches. It is to act, to do, and to perform. She drowned herself wittingly.
Neighbour here,
You give me leave. Here lies the point. Good. Here stands the man. Good. If the man goes to the water and drowns himself, He's willy-nilly, he goes, mark you that. But if the water comes with a man and drown him, he drowns and not himself. A girl, he was not guilty of his own death, sure it's not his own love.
Yeah, but if this had not been a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out of Christian burial.
There thou sayest, and more pity that great folk have countenance in this world to drown or hang themselves more than they're even Christian. But come, my slave. Hey, there is no ancient gentleman but gardeners, ditchers, and grave diggers. In you, when I did love, you loved me, thought it was very sweet. To contract all the time behind. Hey. What is he who builds stronger than the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker, but that frame outlives 1,000 tenants.
The gallows does well. Two together, come.
Who builds stronger than a mason, a shipwright, or a carpenter?
Aye, tell me that and unyoke.
Oh, marry, now I can tell to it. Mass, I cannot tell.
Until my brains don't work out. For your dull ass will not mend his pace with me. But when you're asked this question again next, say, a grave digger. For the houses he builds last till doomsday. Get the inefficient, you stupid. Contract all the time, we thought it was nothing to me.
This fellow not feeling of his business. The same as the grave making. Custom has made it in him a property of easiness.
Right,
It is so. The hand of little employment hath its daintier sense.
Cheer me until I see boy I never been such.
That skull had a tongue in it that could sing once. How the big jumps into the ground as it took pains to avoid
A pent of pride for to be made, for such a guest is meet.
There's another. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, sir?
Mine, sir. A pent of clay for to be made, such a guest is meet.
I think it divine indeed, but thou liest him.
Now thou fly out, sir, so it's not mine. For my part, I do not lie it, and yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie it, to be in't and say 'tis thine. 'Tis for the dead, not the quick, therefore thou liest.
'Tis a quick lie, sir.
What man dost thou dig it for?
Oh, for no man, sir.
What woman then?
Oh, for none neither.
Who is to be buried in't?
One who was a woman, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the knave is. We must speak by the card, or equivocation will undo it. How long hast thou been grave maker?
Oh, all the days of the year, sir. I came to it the day I asked King Hamlet overcame 40 guys.
How long ago was that since?
Can't you tell that? Any fool can tell that, sir. It was the very day young Hamlet was born. He was mad and sent to England.
Aye, marry, why was he sent to England?
Oh, because he was mad, sir. He shall recover his wits there, or if he do not, it is no matter there.
Why?
But 'twill not be noticed in him there, sir. Fair matter as mad as he.
Faith, how came he mad?
Oh, very strangely, they say.
How strangely?
He was losing his wits.
Upon what ground?
Oh, why, here in Denmark. Oh, I've been sent to the man boy here for 30 years, sir.
How long will a man lie on the earth if he rot?
Faith, if he be not rotten before he die, as we have many pocky corpses nowadays that will scarcely hold a laying in, it will last you some 8 or 9 years. Now, here's a skull. This skull has lain in the earth for some 23 years.
Whose was it?
Oh, awesome and the mad fellows it was. Whose do you think it
longing for a mad rogue. Poured a flagon of British on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Sir Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
And this?
In that?
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, a most excellent fancy. He hath bore me on his back 1,000 times. And now how abhorred in my imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Behind these lips I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar? Not one now to mock your own grinning, quite chock-full. I prithee, get thee to my lady's table and tell her, let her paint an inch thick, to this favour she must come. Make her laugh at that. I prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Dost thou think Alexander looked of this fashion in the earth?
E'en so.
And smelt so?
E'en so, my lord.
But soft. But soft a while. Here comes the king, queen, courtiers. Who is this they follow with such men of rights? This doth betoken the course they followed it with desperate hand, for do its own life. 'Twas of some estate, couch we awhile at Mars. That is Eliot, a very noble youth. Mark.
What ceremony else?
The altar queens have been as far and wide as we have worked. Their death was done. And but for that great commander or sways the order, she should have ground and sanctified her blood till the last trumpet. A charitable prayer, shards, flints, and pebbles should be thrown on her. Yet here she is, allowed her virgin crowns, her maiden instruments, and the bringing home of Bella burial.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. You should profane the service of the dead to sing a requiem and such rest to her as to peace-hearted souls.
Lie here in the earth. From her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall my sister be when thou liest howling.
What? The fair Ophelia.
Sweet, sister, sweet. Farewell. I would thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride begged to have vexed, sweet maid, and not to strew thy grave.
Oh, treble woeful, 10 times treble on that cursed head whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold up your earth a while till I have caught her once more in my arms. Now pile your dust upon the quick and dead till of this flattened mountain you have made! Towards up old Pelion of the sky shed a blue Olympus!
What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? Whose frame of sorrow conquers the wandering stars
grave. Be very quick with her, and so will I. And if thou prate of mountains, let them throw millions of acres on us, till our ground, singeing his pate against the burning zone, make us like a war.
I'll take that soul!
Nay, and thou rant as well as that.
This is mere madness, and doesn't want the people back on him.
Sir, what is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you ever. It is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and dog will have his day.
I pray you with Horatio wait on you. Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech. We'll put the matter to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son. His grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly shall we see. Till then, in patience our proceedings be.
You do remember all the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord.
So in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep.
That is not certain.
Up from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me. In the dark, groped I to find out them, had my desire, fingered their packet, and, to end, withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission. Where I found Horatio, royal knavery, an exact command, larded with many several sorts of reasons, importing Denmark's health and England's too, with all such bugs and goblins in my life, that on the supervised, no leisure pated, no, not to stay the grinding of the axe,